Good morning, beloveds. So today I'm early. I'm definitely early because I have my 1 week post-op checkup on my eyes. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm hoping to be released from the restriction of bending over and lifting more than 10 pounds. There's not a lot in my life that's more than 10 pounds, except that I do work out with a trainer and weight lift 1 day a week. So, although half my cats are more than 10 pounds. So, fortunately, the one cat that I have picked up more than once, she only weighs like 6. So, all right. Ooh, I have sunlight today, so I think I can do this without my glasses, which is good, because when I put the glasses on, then it just screws up my eyesight for the rest of for a little while. Okay, it is September 23rd. Our title is The Everlasting Gift. The first quote is, "I have said, ye are gods, and all of ye are children of the Most High." And that is Psalm 82:6. The second quote is, "We shall see ourselves as we really are, forever held in the bosom of the universe, the children of God." And that is Science of Mind, page 503. Jesus Christ came to show us who and what we really are. He is our example. The same Christ which was in Jesus exists in us. This is an astounding statement, but it is true. Jesus came to show us that the things he did, we can do. Let us accept our Christ identity and allow the divine spirit to express through us right now. Ernest Holmes tells us Jesus never thought of himself as different from others. His whole teaching was that what he did, others could do. He located God and the kingdom of heaven within himself. We are whole and complete just as we are. When we take the thought that we are the Christ of God into our consciousness and become one with it, we experience love, joy, wisdom, enthusiasm, and forgiveness. We claim all the good which is divinely ours. We feel and act with complete unconditional love and forgiveness at all times. Our every action reflects the love which radiates from our wholeness. We show this love when we could get angry but do not, when we are as friendly as at home as we are in public, when we release any resentment we may feel towards people of the past and present, when we respond with a soft answer instead of a rude one. These are all practical expressions of love. Evolvement is a result of love. Evolvement is a result of love, not its cause. Interesting. I know who I am. I love myself. I transmute all negative energy into love and forgiveness. Love pours from my heart center, spreading, healing, harmonizing rays everywhere it touches. I am love in active expression. I am love in action. I am love. I am. And that is SB. That is Shirley. And what her point is hinging on, and I think this is a mistake that we frequently make, is that we conflate Jesus and the Christ. So Jesus was the person. Jesus was the man. The Christ is the consciousness. What we have done is we've turned Christ into his last name. And it's not his last name. Because then we think, well, we don't have that last name, so we clearly cannot be this. Okay? Well, that is not the truth of our being. The truth of our being is that we come into this material existence with that Christ consciousness already installed in our consciousness. And the password, and I've said this before, so I'm going back to an old track. The password is love. All right. How do we activate the Christ consciousness? By acting in love. And she had that beautiful statement. Where was it? We show this love when we could get angry, but do not. Okay. That's how it is. If we want to activate the Christ consciousness, which every single one of us has, because we are beloved children of God, we come pre-installed with that software. This is how you know that I'm the child of an engineer. That's my metaphor. We come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness. The only thing we need to do to activate that consciousness, to live that consciousness, is to act in love. Because, as she says, and I frequently say, we are love in action. We are literally Christ in action. We are God in action. And when we act from love, we activate that Christ consciousness and we become one with that Christ. Christ is not his last name. He had a last name. What it was, Yeshua ben Yosef. That was his name. It's Jesus, son of Joseph. Christ is a title, a label. It's a descriptor of what he was, not who. And he was the great example. Too often he's treated as the exception, and he's not. He came here to teach us. And he came, and the soul session we just had on Wednesday, the soon-to-be Reverend Stephen, said he came to teach us appreciation for ourselves. He came to teach us to appreciate who we are, what we are, and to fully step into what we already are. It's like there's nothing we need to do to get the Christ consciousness. We already have it. What we need to do is activate it, and how we activate it is with love. And Shirley says, when we give a gentle answer instead of a rude one, when we act in love instead of in consciousness, when we, what was the third? She gave 3 examples. When we are as friendly at home as we are in public. That one hit me kind of hard. That one hit me kind of hard because home is a safe place. It's where we can let all of our bad behavior out. And yet, when we're in public, we're like super polite. It's like, are you the same person at home as you are in public? That's how we activate the Christ consciousness. That's how we activate the Christ consciousness. The Christ is, you already have it. You already have it. There's nothing that you need to do to get the Christ consciousness. What you need to do is activate it, and how you activate it is love. That's why I say, we come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness software. Already there. The password to activate it is love. It's love. And it is love of yourself as well as love of others, which means you do not have to put yourself in danger, i.e. when somebody is acting out and having bad behavior, then you love them from over here. You don't have to do it up in their face, okay? So, you hold space for them in a safe space from you. Now, if you are called to be more involved than that, then that's between you and the Christ consciousness. That's between you and the source of your own being. So I talk about that. I talk about, treatment and prayer is when we talk to God. Meditation is when we listen to God. Okay? If we want to connect with the source of our own being and activate the Christ consciousness, it's both treatment and meditation. It is both connecting with the source of your own being and going out and being loving. And it includes loving yourself as well as loving others. Sometimes loving other people is easy. And sometimes it's not. Trust me, I know. But you love yourself as well. Because that first quote, it's a psalm, and it said, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Now, you know I gender neutral. I don't have to gender neutral that one. It says, you are children of the Most High. Psalm 82, line 6. And then that Science of Mind quote is, we shall see ourselves as we really are, forever held in the bosom of the universe, the children of God. And Foster agrees. You heard it. All right. We are children of God. And Christ, Jesus came to show us who we are, to show us how to activate the Christ consciousness that we already have. And we do it in love. and we do it in love. So, and I love her affirmation down at the bottom. I know who I am. I love myself. I transmute all negative energy into love and forgiveness. And that's one of those things. I transmute all negative energy into, because being angry isn't bad. All right. When we have an appropriate outlet for that, when we are angry, we want to use that, because that's a lot of power. That is a lot of energy. When we are angry, we want to focus that anger on what we want to see in place of what is making us angry. All right. That right there, if you can do that, that is a superpower. That is a superpower. And that is what the Christ consciousness can help you do. All right. When you see something that is not okay and you are angry about it, then you take that power and you say, what would I see in its place? What would I see in its place? And focus it there and work there. All right. So I transmute all negative energy into love and forgiveness. Love pours from my heart center, spreading healing and harmonizing. Harmonizing. And now I can't pronounce the word. Rays, everywhere it touches. I am love in active expression. I am love in action. I am love. I am. All right. So Shirley's pretty powerful today. And then that last line she says in the reading, evolvement is a result of love, not its cause. Love doesn't cause us to evolve. When we evolve in love. So, all right. Practical expressions of love. You want a mission today? That is your mission today. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to provide practical expressions of love. All right. She gave you 3 great examples, and I am sure you can think of many, many more. Be as friendly at home as you are in public. Have a respond in love instead of in anger, and to give a gentle answer instead of a rude one. I saw a Reverend David Bruner from out in, I feel like I should know his campus, and I don't. And I want to say it's San Jose, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But he's on Facebook, David Brewer. And he asked the question about sarcastic responses. And if you look at Buddhism, one of the things that Buddhism says, sarcasm is a form of self-harm. And it hits me hard, that one, every time when I think about it, because I can be very sarcastic. And what I'm starting, but when I stopped and thought about it, it's rude. It is. And I've cut back on the sarcasm. Because it doesn't help anybody. And so that's one of those things where to have a gentle answer instead of a rude one. And sarcasm is one of the things that I'm working on giving up. So there's my mission. All right. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever it looks like. Big, small, doesn't matter. Me working on my sarcasm is part of that. It is absolutely part of that. That is a loving, kind, and compassionate thing that I'm doing for myself, because the Buddhists say it's harmful to both parties. It is harming me as well as the person that I'm being sarcastic with. So, sometimes being loving, kind, and compassionate with yourself is giving up something. And sometimes it's making sure that you enjoy something. All right? Whatever it is. Big, small, doesn't matter. Point is self-care and enjoyment. That is what I'm talking about when I talk about the spiritual practice of loving, kind, compassion. I also want you to practice on yourself, because you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. Honestly, you do. You're a beloved child of God. Both of the quotes that Shirley used in her article said that. We are beloved children of God. It's good that we act like it. Okay. So self-care, create that habit, create that default setting, create that first response, create that bank. So when you meet people that need a little extra, you got some to share. Okay. All right. So, I also remind you to do something to engage your mind and your body, unless it is your day of rest. Today is my day of rest. And even though I rested on Monday, partly to watch the funeral of the Queen, and partly because I was still post-surgery, I went ahead and took my day of rest. So, drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. It's been very hot for the last couple of days. I know we're in fall and it's still really hot. So drink plenty of water. Also, get that early in your day bright light. What I'm finding is that I can read without my glasses in the bright light. And I had sunshine today, so no glasses. Yay! So bright light, it's a good thing, especially early in your day. It'll help reset your circadian rhythms, and it's science. Look it up. You'll have more energy, sleep better at night. Okay. And to quote Ernest, which I do every day, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. Because it's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. We've been talking about the Christ consciousness. Shirley said in the reading, Jesus located God and the kingdom of heaven within himself. Everyone has that within themselves. We are born with the kingdom within ourselves. The key is love. So, and one of the ways to get there is what Emma recommends, which is to do something to look for the good and praise it. To look for the good and praise it. That is a great way to find the kingdom of heaven and to find heaven. It is your own superpower to create heaven for yourself. And when you do that, it gives other people permission to do it for themselves. Be authentically you, which is a beloved child of God. All right. Superpower. You got them. Come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness. Okay, so here is the social media. Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social media that I am on. So please check all that out. Like, share, all that stuff. And then you're notified when we do cool things like the soul sessions. All right. Because trust me, that soul session was really good. Please go give it a listen, give it a like, give it a share. Share it with people that need to hear it. And since Reverend Stephen is in New Orleans, if you happen to know people in New Orleans, share it with them so that they can find this amazing man. Okay. I think that's what I know. Yep. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a magical day, an enchanting day, a fantastic day, an awesome day, a Friday. I've got all that Friday energy. I get to go to the park tomorrow day. Yay. Because now I'm thinking about that. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Always. All right. That is who we are. That is who we are. All right. Remember, Christ wasn't his last name. It's what he did. And he came to teach us that we can all do it too. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow, post park. And then we will go from there. I don't know what I was about to say. So I'm going to go eat something so I can go to the doctor. You know that you're loved, and I will see you next time.